I think she hit on a point, this kind of came to my point, that a lot of the programs, initiatives are implemented right away instead of implemented the right way. Are we targeting the right people at the right place with the right message? Are we touching them? Do they feel belong? Again, coming to that party piece and being invited to dance. And that comes around with the right approach. And I sometimes think D&I sometimes isn't implemented the right way, but in haste. So I think Prada, they asked Ava DuVernay to be on their board after they had a big fiasco. So that's doing something right away. But if they had a proactive approach, they would have done it the right way and had somebody input in designing those clothes, knowing that could have been offensive and could be abrasive. So doing it the right way is what's hard about any process, and I think it's hard about D&I.
So mentorship can come from many different people. So I joined IBM in June 2018, so I had a number of mentors that had given me advice on how to navigate IBM. However, some of those mentors aren't in a position to give me assignments that can give me exposure at the next level. So I think sponsorship is sometimes handing down assignments to that junior level executive or that entry level hire to give them exposure to eventually help them ride the corporate ladder. So the panelists talked about like the outside-in approach, or like what we look for in a candidate. But I think a lot of companies should, before they hire diverse talent groups, they should make sure they have the systems in place. I know it's been said a lot of times, but I have a 3-year-old niece. She's grown up to be a heartbreaker. But then I also have a niece or nephew that's on the way. So for that, my brother and my sister-in-law, they're buying Pampers. They're making sure that they have the systems and the support in place. Kind of when you're introducing somebody else to your organization, or you extend an offer to somebody at the interview and they come into your organization, do you have the systems in place? Do you have the metaphorical Pampers? Do you have the baby formula to make sure they're supporting that they're going to grow? So I think that's important too. That's interesting. I think for safe spaces is kind of a word that is overused, but it's often not executed well. And I was just checked on this as well by my significant other. She said, "Why do you always get around your coworkers and talk about football? You talk about football all the time." That's not a safe space for me. So I feel like I'm excluded from the conversation. So I think being aware is that in this space, in this conversation, is everybody being included? Just a simple thought, taking a step back. Is everybody included in this conversation? If not, let's change the subject. Let's talk about you outnumber the faculty and staff that are here. So the 3 things that I would propose you do is that you first of all unite. There's no reason Boston being as large but at the same time as small that this group, that this BUBBSA should not have a partnership with MIT group, with the BC group, with the Northeastern group. There's no reason why you all shouldn't hook up with different organizations that share your same passion. There's no reason why that shouldn't happen. So first of all, unite. Second of all, mobilize. Make sure you're active on campus, make sure you're seen. And third, if things aren't working for your favor, make sure you escalate, which is kind of what they're talking about. Make sure you have a faculty member or staff member that's on your side, that sees your struggle, change and shift the culture, but we come on a wall, we need your help. That's when you escalate the situation. So first unite, mobilize, and then you escalate.